What's going on, guys? This morning we're going to talk about what grinds my gears. Stick around. We just dropped off my favorite son at school. I've got about an hour and a half before my favorite wifey gets home. So I figured I'd come down here and do a little bit of bank fishing and talk to y'all for a little bit. So something happened yesterday that got me a little irritated. So I'm on a few Facebook bass fishing groups, like I assume a lot of you guys are. I'm not gonna say exactly which group, and I'm not gonna say any names, but there was a guy that made a post yesterday. Let's call him Pete. His name is not Pete. So Pete, he posted up that his wife has allotted him $100 to go spend on a nice rod and reel combo. Now I'm going to go ahead and start off by answering that question. Maybe you all didn't see this post, but I'm going to answer honestly and what I would do if I had the know that I have now back when I was starting fishing. You can easily waste money doing this. And I also want to start out with a disclaimer saying that yes, you can buy cheap fishing gear, and yes, you can still catch fish. When I first started out, I was using a $14.99 combo. It was a ready to fish combo at Walmart that came with rod, reel, line, and a little tackle box. Now, how much quality do you think you're going to get for that much equipment for $15? Spoiler alert, I've broken every single one of those combos to this date. I also caught fish. I've caught bluegill on that combo. I've caught bass on that combo. I caught catfish on that combo. I caught crappie on that combo. Yes, they will catch fish. No, they're not the best quality. And you're not really doing yourself any favors by at least not understanding the value of better equipment. I'm not saying that everybody has to go out and spend big money to go fishing, but you need to at least educate yourself to understand the value of what you're getting for the money. Now, my answer to him and my answer to you all, if you have $100 to spend on a nice rod and reel combo, just buy you a nice rod. Don't worry about the reel. $100 gets you into a good solid selection of blanks that you can use. And in my opinion, the rod is way more valuable than the reel. Is the reel valuable? Yes. Does the reel help? Yes. But is it as necessary as the rod? I don't think so. The rod is where you get the feel. It's where you get to really feel the bass coming in. With a good solid rod, that's where you get the feel for the fish. You get to feel it before you catch it. And in a lot of techniques that you use, one size does not fit all. You don't want to use the same rod if you're finesse fishing with a jig or if you're out frogging. It just doesn't work. This video is not to explain all of those types, but just to help you understand that there is a rhyme and a reason for what we do. Now, I told him yesterday, take your $100, go out and buy you a nice Shimano SLX rod, which is what I use. I do practice what I preach. Every rod that you'll catch me using other than my spinning ultralight combo is an SLX Shimano rod. I like them. They have good feel for a really, really affordable price. But that's not what grinds my gears. What grinds my gears are the comments that he was getting, because he simply said that his wife is allowing him $100 to spend on a rod and reel. So the comments that he was getting, more so than not, went a lot like this. If my wife told me I could only spend $100 on a combo, I'd be finding me a new wife. Hey man, looks like you don't need to spend $100 on a combo. Looks like you need to go find you a new wife. Every single thing that got brought up was involving the fact that this guy needed to find a new wife. Now, I really hope that I don't have to explain to you all how ignorant those comments are. There was a time in all of our lives, maybe you're there now, maybe you're not, but there was a time where $100 meant something different. There was times where $100 was make or break, could I eat? $100 meant, do my lights get to stay on for another month? When me and my wife were starting out with a newborn baby, starting out our adulthood, $100 was a lot of money. It was not something that we could just go freely spend without taking each other into consideration and what our life meant at that time. Now $100 is a little different. $100 is not too much of a big deal. And Pete will get there. Pete will get to the point where $100 isn't that big of a deal. Now, the reason that this frustrated me so much is because a lot of people need to understand that in adulthood, in a marriage, it's teamwork, guys. I'm not trying to counsel you. I'm not trying to tell you all what to do or how to live your life, but it is important to bring those purchases up to your spouse, because maybe you think that you don't have any other bills or anything to spend your money on for the rest of the month, and maybe you think you have an extra $100 or $200. And if that's the case, she'll let you know, or he'll let you know. But what's important is that you communicate, because maybe she remembers, hey man, you need to register your vehicle this month. Maybe you forgot about that. Maybe it's little things that pop up throughout your life that you don't necessarily think about all the time. So no, this guy does not need a new wife. Clearly, he needs some better fishing gear, and he's working on it. Looks like we're gonna get some rain. So Pete, listen buddy, you do you. Don't listen to anybody else. Social media is garbage. I know, I say that as I'm posting up my YouTube videos and I'm sharing them to Facebook. But in the grand scheme of things, when you lay your head down at night, what kind of fishing gear isn't going to help you sleep? What's going to help you sleep is a peace of mind that you're taking care of the people in your life that are important to you. That's what helps you sleep at night. Knowing that your family's fed, knowing that your family has a roof over their head, knowing that the things that you could have taken care of are taken care of. After that, when you're done with that, by all means, if you got some extra money, go out and buy you a nice rod. Go out and buy you a nice reel. Go spend $20 on a lure you're gonna throw in the woods. Ask me how I know. But you can't do that until you build your foundation first. We are not all in the same spot in the race. Some of us are starting, some of us are finishing, some of us are right in our stride. And there's nothing wrong with wherever you're at. Some of us were born with money, some of us weren't. But we were not silver spoon babies. And Pete's not either. And most of you aren't either. The ones that are, hey, good for you, man. I'm not mad. but you can't assume that everybody's where you're at. So let's try and take that into consideration when we're giving each other advice, when we're listening to what we're all going through. Let's try to take a minute, slow down, understand we're not all the same. And sometimes sound advice can get somebody to where you're at instead of bashing them and making them make bad decisions because of some stupid Facebook messages. You make bad decisions, you'll stay where you're at a lot longer, I promise you. I've been there, I've done that. And it wasn't until I got good advice from good people that helped me understand what I really needed to do and what was really important. So if you guys agree or disagree, feel free to let me know in the comments. Let me know what you agree with and don't agree with me. I'm all open to having a conversation with you guys. If y'all think I'm out of my mind, let me know. If y'all agree, let me know. What's important to me is that we all lift each other up. We don't have to drag each other down just because we don't agree on absolutely everything. I appreciate you guys listening, giving me a minute. I'm gonna step down off my soapbox here. I'm gonna get a little bit more fishing in before this rain decides to slam. And I'm gonna leave you all with a little bit of footage of me and my wife getting rained out. We had a rough weekend of fishing. It was not going our way. We got into some pretty rough storms and had to find some coverage, but I'm gonna drop that footage right here. And hope you guys enjoy it. Try to be kind to each other. It's really not that hard, and it's not expensive at all. You wanna talk about the most budget thing you can do? Just be kind to each other, guys. Come on. Get out there and go fishing. We'll see you next time. Well, that crab looks real good.
There was a chance of rain today, right?
Yeah, I think we're about to get it.
As long as there's not lightning, I guess.
Coverage over there if we want to be in the trees. But I think we can beach right here if we have to. It's come a storm, and we have found shelter under somebody's dock. Thank you, somebody. And hopefully we won't get struck by lightning. I'd like to point out that if faced with any kind of real adversity and we had to fend for ourselves, me and Steph would not make it. We've been hunkered down for about 3 minutes when we're eating our rations. This is all that we have to survive on. We're not good at this. Clothed and afraid. Clothed and hungry. It was never meant to be like this.